Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you just joined our show, I'm your co-host for BreakingDownTheWalls.net. My name is Richard Castro, and the topic of our show today is how to make them say yes. Pretty much, a person knows from the beginning whether or not this person is somebody they want to continue to see, or if the attraction is more than just physical. And it starts out as physical attraction at first because, in fact, if anybody says that the attraction is not physical first, and that's not what the first thing that attracted you to that person, they're lying, because that's what made you approach them in the first place, is that physical attraction. You like what you saw, and then once you get to know them and start talking to them, you realize, oh, wow, she's got a brain. I can really talk to her, or vice versa. The woman to say, man, this is an intelligent brother. I can actually hold a conversation with him. Now, I want to hear your responses. Breaking Down the Walls 08@yahoo.com.
Welcome back to Breaking Down the Walls. I'm telling you, if you have missed the first segment of this, you have got to email us, call us, do something, because Mr. Brian Scott over here is on fire. So now if y'all ladies really want to know the dirt, if you really want to know the nitty gritty, sit back and listen. Take pointers from a man who has 25 years experience of being married. And of course he hasn't always been married. You know, he got a little flavor going on over here too. But listen, because this is the type of guest that we're going to have on this show that can bring some excitement and some enlightenment to what's going on in our relationships. So back to Mr. Brian Scott. And once again, you can email us at breakingdownthewalls08@yahoo.com or hit us up on the website, which is breakingdownthewalls.net. And if you've just joined us, the topic is, how do you get a man to say yes? Mr. Brian, back to you. Well, I guess one of the other questions that women generally have is it really true that a man knows early on, you know, whether he would like to take it further with a woman? You know, there are people that date 4 and 5 and 6 years, and they're still not married. The man hadn't asked them, ain't even thinking about it. And, you know, the woman is still hoping, you know, well, one day, you know, if I just stick by him long enough, I'll get it. Does he know early, or does it take him a while? Mm-hmm. Can you enlighten us on that?
No, I tend to think pretty early you'll know whether or not, at least I'll know whether or not this person is going to be able to make it.
Mm-hmm.
And just like first and second date, I can pretty much tell.
Whether what? You can tell what? Whether he's going to marry this person, or whether he would like to take it further.
Whether she's married, we used to call marriage material.
Marriage material,
right.
Okay.
So
all right.
if she has certain criteria
mm-hmm.
and has certain things that I'm looking for, then she's in the game.
Okay. Well, break that down. Okay. What's considered marriage material?
So
give
us
some characteristics.
Marriage material. I'm going to take you back to old school.
Old school. Let's do this.
Okay. So I think, again, it goes back to what I said. First of all, they got to like me. But let's talk about her characteristics.
Right.
Let's talk about her characteristics. What I like is, I like to see, first of all, a woman who is happy. I don't like the sourpuss.
Mm-hmm.
That is the number one thing that will drive a man away. Because if you constantly having to build her up, the son is always sad, the world is just end of the world, that's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always helpful to have somebody, even if you're having a bad time, to still be able to look at it in a positive fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that goes from within. So I think I like to see somebody that's just a very optimistic and a very happy type of person.
Okay.
You know, and then the next thing I like to look at is how they handle themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what type of friends they have. That's what I'm looking at. How do they, you know, talk to their parents? I know this one girl, she talked to her mom so bad, I know. I had to get away from her.
Mm-hmm.
She had to go that day because she talked to her mom like, she was fired. That day she had to go because if she talked to her mom like that, I know.
She'll talk to you like
she'll
that.
dog me.
Yeah.
So there's no sense me even going there.
Right.
So
you go a little deeper. It's not just about that woman and
no,
what she's trying
I'm
to
watching
do.
how she operates.
Family.
I'm watching how she operates and how she treats those people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very important. And then, you know, kind of see what she got going on for herself. Not so much, I come up with job third, right?
Right.
Okay? So, because I can take anybody, make them a winner. It doesn't even matter. That's what a man can do.
Right. Okay, now say that again.
A man can take anybody and make them a winner.
Okay.
I can take any woman, and if she's willing and she wants to be on the team, we can be winners together. Because it's not me making her, it's about a team effort.
Exactly.
So what she brings to the table and what I bring to the table, the main thing is just the right attitude.
Mm-hmm.
If you got the right attitude, But what I don't like is the sneaky manipulation. You know, you think you slicking me. Everybody know the game.
Right.
See, that's the thing where y'all get caught.
Just break that down.
Like we
This is
call
breaking
it,
down the walls.
we
What you
call
mean,
it
sneaking
BP and AP. Now before sex,
Right.
we used to call it before pussycat back in the day. But before sex, the women, you know, they fine. You don't have to call them every day.
Right.
You know, they see you in the club. Oh, that's my boy. We fine.
Right.
They have sex with you, then they automatically think you're supposed to change your whole demeanor, your style, because now you're supposed to act like the husband the next day.
But that's the way women are wired.
But no, not all of them.
Well, I'm saying maybe the girls nowadays.
A lot of them are
Yeah,
wired
but that's
that way.
but generally once you start giving the body, ultimately the emotions change.
Right. But the point is that everybody know that game. You cannot.
That's not a game. Why are you calling it a game?
It is because the women give you the sex to make you say I love you, and the man say I love you to get the sex.
Oh well, yeah, some.
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole game.
Yeah.
So when they stop that and understand, everybody know you got to have the good sex in the relationship. You got to have all that. And that to me, that's standard. That's
See,
basic.
you jumping my question. See, I'm
That's
supposed to be asking
basic.
all that.
That's basic. If you don't have that, then you know she can't roll.
Thank you for joining us back again with Breaking Down the Walls. You have now just joined us with the Breaking Down the Walls email bag. And that's when you have the opportunity to write in, ask your questions, have your comments, even if you want to be a guest on the show. Email us at breakingdownthewalls08@yahoo.com or hit us up at breakingdownthewalls.net. It says, how are you breaking down the walls? This question is for Brian. Once again, I don't have a problem getting a man, but I do have a problem keeping one. What am I doing wrong? I cook, I clean, I treat him well, but most men tell me I have an attitude problem. So can you help me?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question.
Okay.
And you know, it's just like this. It's something called tact, and it's called something where you're not tactful. So let's break it down like this.
Yeah, break it down.
So if I walk in the club and I just walk up to you and say, "Hey, I want to get some," that's not tactful.
No, it's not.
Even though I'm being truthful.
Right.
But that's not tactful.
There you go.
So that's the same comparison with the women. You can tell me something. You can say, you know what? I don't like the way you comb your hair. I don't like the way you dress. But it's the way you say it that makes the difference to me. So it's about tact. That's the whole deal. You can't give me a filet mignon on a garbage can top.
There you go.
And that's
excellent. Say that again.
I don't want a steak, a filet mignon on a garbage can top.
On a garbage can top. Did you hear that? I don't want a steak / filet mignon on a garbage can top. Lord have mercy. He just broke that down. And the final question we have here is, Mark. Mark. I've got all my little emails thrown out over here. We have Mark from Gastonia, North Carolina. He says, great show. But I have to ask you, Miss Valerie. Okay, I got a question.
Okay.
I have to ask you, Miss Valerie, where are the ladies like you? What? Okay. You exemplify what I need in my life. Oh, isn't that sweet? Isn't that sweet? Where are the ladies like you? Well, I tell you, I don't hang with a lot of women, but the women I do know, they have the same quality, the same characteristics as I have. And they're still out there. You just have to, maybe you have to search high and low, but there still are ladies in this millennium, in this dispensation, in this age, that still want to carry themselves like ladies, that know how to conduct themselves, whether it's in the boardroom, in the bedroom. We know how to conduct ourselves. You just have to know where you are. It's like real estate, location, location, location. You have to know where you at and know how to conduct yourself. And for that, we end our segment of Breaking Down the Walls, the email bag. And as we said, once again, if you'd like to write us, if you'd like questions, if you have comments, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, email us at breakingdownthewalls08@yahoo.com. Stay tuned next week.